Hello friends, welcome to episode 2 of the Web Dev Show. So I am Nabindu Vishwas. I am a full stack JavaScript developer and trainer from Bhopal, India. And today in today's episode we are going to discuss about React, Angular or Vue. So what to do in React? So there are three top JavaScript frameworks or libraries. So what should we choose? So in my view, I have worked with both Angular and React. Not that much with Vue. Not that much means I have never worked with Vue, but I can give a fair idea, not about the technology, how complex what should you take or what. But the thing is that from a market point of view, I am going to tell from what is the thing which you should learn, which will be applicable for the next 10 years. So React is the king when it comes to works. It has been used in all types of companies, from startup, service, product based, everything. But Angular started this revolution in 2010 when JavaScript was not there that much in the world. So that HTML, CSS, JavaScript was there, and jQuery was the king at that time. And people used to do a lot of work in jQuery because you cannot replace JavaScript in the browser. So jQuery was quite popular at that time, but the projects were quite bulky, and those were the age of desktop apps actually. So most of the corporate apps were desktop apps made in Java and all. So those were the days. And slowly then Facebook came, but Facebook was not Facebook, the backend was in PHP, so that's a different story. But slowly that Angular came. Google released Angular and it was completely a game changer. People were crazy after it. After Angular, it was applicable for bigger project. So with that, they were able to replace the desktop apps with Angular. Was so popular in 2000 when it came out. It was you can create blazing fast web apps with Angular. So Angular started it all. Angular started this revolution in 2010, but the problem was that they did a silly mistake. In around 2013, they did a very big silly mistake. So Angular was released like in versions were named like 1.1.1, 1.2, 1.3 till 1.6 and 7. So suddenly and it was been called AngularJS at that time. Okay, so they thought that they are going to change everything. Okay, completely rewrite Angular, complete rewrite. So they released Angular 2, and the thing was that it was not compatible with Angular 1.x. It was told it was not at all compatible. It was very advanced from AngularJS, but it was not at all compatible. So market hit them back because the bigger projects, so Angular become popular and the corporate got to use them. The bigger project started using them, and when they had created a version which is not compatible, market was very angry, developers were very angry, everyone was very angry. So and at that time only the React got released, and React started taking the competition from Angular, because people were angry on Angular because they did this incompatible thing. And then the newer project which were starting, React was still starting, were going to start in Angular 2. But I still know some projects which started in the 2010 in AngularJS. They're still going in AngularJS. I was actually working on one such project. It was still going in AngularJS after so many years, because see what happens, the corporate project, when they become big, it is totally impossible to release something. Even it is sometimes impossible to change the version. A minor version upgrades breaks half of the things. Even from 1.5 to 1.6 breaks half of the thing, and it takes around 2 to 3 months to upgrade. So in that project I was working, they were using AngularJS, and they were facing a lot of problem, because nowadays that AngularJS, which is known as the version less than 2, that is not that much well supported. Although it is still supported, because the very older projects are still there. The projects which started in 2010, and some project grew very big. So I was working in one such project, and we were not able to use the modern features, because AngularJS doesn't have the modern features like Angular and React and Vue. So that AngularJS project became a mess in 10 years. But the problem is that developers have to support it, because we cannot change the complete project. The projects become big, it gets thousands of lines of codes, and it is not possible to change it. So that's why people hated Angular, and still today that company hate Angular, and that was a big company. They just hate Angular for that reason only. And if they start something from scratch, I'm sure they will start in React, because Angular, notice nobody start a new project in Angular 12, 13 have come, but nobody starts a new project in Angular. And there is another thing, the learning curve of Angular is way too much than React. So it will take a company a lot of time to teach people React, or it will take a lot of time for a self-learned developer or students to learn Angular than React. But Angular is a framework, not a library like React. So what happens, everything is baked into Angular only. The routing part, the API call part, everything is baked into Angular. So they have observables and all those things, observable services and all those things. So that made Angular way too heavy, also way too complicated also. Actually, in my view, means in React you can learn in 15 days React, and Angular you will take at least 3 months to learn. That's the problem. You'll take at least 3 months to, means a completely fresher who just know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I'm telling about that. If a person know React, for him to switch to Angular, it becomes a bit easier. So, and a person knowing Angular, it is a lot easier to switch to React. So that's what I am telling, the learning curve is way too much. And one more thing, that as I have told, that some older projects are in Angular, so it is still darling of the service companies, especially the bigger service companies, traditional large service companies like Infosys and TCS. They have a lot of projects in Angular. But what I was again going to tell, all new projects which are starting today in 2021 or even in 2019, it was starting, 90% of them started in React, 5% in Angular, 5% in Vue. So it was like that, means nobody wanted to start a new project in Angular anymore. React has become so popular, it is way ahead of the competition, means and from 2015 is picking up so much, means the ecosystem is way too much. And React is also the darling of growing startup ecosystem in India, not only in India, all over the world. Anybody in a startup ecosystem will never work on Angular. They will go towards Vue. I know startups either go for React and a small percentage go for Vue, but they never go for Angular. They will not even touch Angular projects. No startup will go for Angular. In fact, no FAANG companies will also go for Angular. Even I know Microsoft, most of the projects are nowadays, the new projects are running in React, not in .NET and all. So see that VS Code which they made it in JavaScript and all. They made it in React and all. So they didn't make it in .NET and all. So even the bigger companies like Microsoft, they're into the React ecosystem a lot. So that is the case with everything. Take Uber, Flipkart, everything, everywhere you need React only in the front end. Back end they have complicated technologies, but in the front end it is React, and everywhere it is React. So the another thing is that startups also need mobile apps. So there are 2-3 ways of creating a mobile app. So the first way is to go the native way, and that is something which bigger companies prefer, because native applications have lesser bugs and they have more features. So these native applications, so by native I means that for Android you have to develop in a different language, and for iOS you have to develop in a different language. For Android you have to develop in Kotlin or Java. Earlier it was Java, now the Kotlin language have come. And for iOS you have to develop in, earlier it was Objective-C, now it is Swift, the programming language from Apple. So those things you have to do. But the problem with that for smaller companies is that they have to maintain 2 codes, and it is very difficult to get Swift developer or Kotlin or Java Kotlin developers. Okay, so it is very difficult to get them. So there is another thing which is known as hybrid app development. So for there is something known as React Native, and React Native is there for the past 3-4 years. So it has got some bugs, but it has been used by a lot of companies, because what happens in React Native, small to medium companies use it a lot. What happens in React Native, you create it in one thing and you can use it in iOS and Android also. And the best thing about React Native is that if you know React, it will take only 1 day to learn React Native, because only the sum of the things like div, which you use in React a lot, div and all those HTML tags, those get changed to Vue and all. So it is very easy to go from React to React Native. Only 1 day it will take, only 1 day it will take from React developer, seasoned React developer to move to React Native, not more than that. And everything is actually nowadays baked in, means every component you can get from Expo is there. Expo is very good in React Native, and all those things you can get from Expo, or you can go with React Native CLI also. So those things are there in the when it comes to React Native. So that's why also React is very popular because of React Native also, because I have seen a lot of small service startups working and they prefer React Native. So like a 10 people agency, in India also we have a lot of them. 10 people agencies there who want to create a mobile app. They will not go with Object Swift or Kotlin, because they have to hire additional developers. They will have the React developer only do the React Native thing. So that's why it helps them, the small businesses and even the medium businesses, it helps. So the other thing is that the ecosystem of React have become very good in the past 6 years, as I was telling, from 2015, with almost every issue on Stack Overflow, and a developer knows what I am talking about. When you develop, you'll find a lot of edge cases. A lot means a lot of edge cases. When a designer gives you something, he wants something, means it doesn't work like that. You cannot sometimes you cannot do it like that. Suppose he want a stepped form, what he will do means on a pressing the next the form will go to the next. So there are solutions in React, baked in solutions, like some modules are there, like Formic and all. Some libraries are there, some node modules are there. But the problem is that when the designer gives some design on top of it, they don't go to that Formic library, or Redux form is there, they won't go there. They will give you, okay, this is the thing I want to do, you press next, something will happen. So generally we developer, we go towards those Redux form and all. We are not going to create from scratch. Nobody creates from scratch those things, because they're already there as a node modules or Formic. So what will happen in those things, they break. I've seen that problem myself, and we used Redux form at one place and it broke a lot of things. Means it was not according to what the developer were doing. They want some what you say, hover effect and all those things. So we have to pull out our hairs for that. And it was a lot of things. But the thing is that we found all the solutions on a Stack Overflow. Just the seasoned developer didn't know how to do Google, and Google will take you to Stack Overflow, and all the solutions are there. Every solution will be there on the Stack Overflow for React. Every problem you are facing in that node module will be there in React. So that is a win-win situation. Actually that is there for Angular also, but Angular has got a more of a enterprise look. And another thing with React and Angular is that Angular is still today, whatever it is used more in the enterprise world, and it is not favored by developers, small developers and all. And the main motion for any industry is created in a startup world, and in there the freelance developers, they create the main motion, they create the main revolution in an industry. Enterprise world is good, but they look after more stable product, and they are more corporate type of things. But this companies like startups and all, they move very fast, they want a product very fast. So so I'm not telling that React is using a small company, no, it is not. Every unicorn uses it, from Airbnb to everything, you name it, Uber and all those things, everybody uses it. Okay, Google don't use it because Angular is from Google, so Google uses Angular a lot. But yeah, every other industry, they will use React. Everything means, even now service industry, everybody, if you find, if there are 10 developers, 7 will be React, and two will be Angular and one will be Vue.js. So it is like that. So the thing is that if you want to take your career to the next level, and if you want a career in web app development, you have to go towards React, and it will be there for the next 10 years. Facebook had done a very good job, and it is constantly changing, it is constantly adding things to the ecosystem. See, there is something known as GraphQL, which goes so well with React because it was again created by Facebook. GraphQL, it is the replacement of REST API. You can learn about it. So then there are Jamstack things which goes well with React. Then there are some frameworks are there which are in addition to it, that they have a React code behind them, totally React code, like the static site generator Gatsby. Actually, I have released 3 books on Gatsby, so I know about it. So static site generator Gatsby, so the code is exactly like React, exactly, it is React only. So on top of it they have added something, so, and that is a part of the popular Jamstack. Okay, so it is very easily integrated with the CMSs and all those things. And then there is something Next.js is also there. So it's server side rendering, it is also React. Everything is React in Next.js also, only the server side rendering. So apps are even faster than what is there in React.js. So those things, so slowly the ecosystem is also evolving. So if you are a developer, you have to constantly keep on learning all these things. So that's what I was telling. So if you want to take your career to the next level and be fireproof your career for 10 years, go with React. That is my advice, and this ends our episode 2. I will see you soon.